red light's on, so that means it's recording. And
Hello.
22 minutes on the clock.
22 minutes on the clock once again.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Solid. Okay. Welcome to another episode.
Excuse you.
I had to get that out.
All right. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Creative Mind Podcast, where we talk about videography, photography, entrepreneurship, anything really creative.
Side hustles.
We just talk about anything that is a little bit out of the norm for the average person.
Definitely.
And we'd like to shine some light on some people.
Yeah,
eventually.
some local artists that are around that we definitely want to collaborate with.
Yep.
Do some other stuff with.
So this is episode 3.
Episode 3, guys.
3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Gabe's interview.
Gabe's interview.
Yeah. So let's just jump into it. So tell us a little bit about it yourself.
I'd like to say I'm a serial entrepreneur. I like to start little side hustles here and there.
Definitely.
I'm primarily probably a photographer, but I dabble in a lot of different things.
Your photography, by the way, is amazing, dude. For you to not be actually doing this professionally, like I feel like your quality of the images that you are producing are just, it seems like to me, like when I seen the first photos that I seen from you, like I was like, oh, he's definitely been doing this for years and years. Like
about a year, literally about a year.
That's awesome.
A little over a year.
Okay.
Yeah. What got you started? What was the starting point?
So my buddy Israel actually had a little crop sensor camera, like a Rebel T series, whatever it is.
Yep.
And he was like, I'm taking a photography class in college. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Right.
let me try that out. So
He went to college and okay.
yeah, he went to college for some kind of design, 3D design. And
Okay, so it wasn't primarily for photography.
No.
Okay.
Definitely self-taught. I taught myself everything off of YouTube, and he kind of gave me the basics. He gave me like some of his college work, and I was just like, all right, let's try this.
Nice.
And I really dive deep into it. And my first attempt was actually like midnight dark, super dark.
Wow,
like
that's kind of a hard thing to jump into.
Long exposures.
Right away.
I was like really into long exposures and grungy stuff.
I definitely, when I first got my camera, my Panasonic G7, where one of the first times I went out to film video was like at night. It was snowing. It was like around Christmas time, and I was like, all right, we're gonna go out and film some amazing stuff. You know?
It never happened.
It never happened.
It's always dark at winter.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did a lot of really dark, grungy, super hard contrasty, grungy stuff. That's just what drew me in, and I realized that it wasn't that easy.
What's your style? What style do you prefer as far as photography?
Very, very vivid colors. Definitely a little bit more contrasty, but very vivid colors.
Nice,
I like to
colors.
I like to drop the shadows really deep and kind of have a lot of color.
Nice.
Yeah. See, I'm a little bit different on that. Like I like unsaturation.
Moody.
Yeah.
I think your style is more of like a moody photography.
I like the flatter filmic look.
Yeah, definitely. So. I'm with Gabe though. I don't know if that's just like a Canon thing. You know what I mean? Because the Canon comes out super vibrant.
It does.
Like off of the camera. I mean, the senior photos that I did not too long ago, I barely had to do anything as far as like vibrancy and doing saturation and stuff, just because of how vibrant they came off the camera. So I don't know if maybe that's just a Canon thing.
I mean, I shot on a Canon. I just manipulate my settings to do more of a flatter image.
Definitely.
And that's definitely not my style.
Yeah.
Definitely not my style. You hear it time and time again.
Yeah, your stuff is phenomenal. It blows me away. But when I'm gonna edit mine, you know what I mean? I go kind of an opposite route, and it's kind of unique that you can blow my mind of what you do, but we have two different styles of work.
Yeah,
you know
definitely different point of view.
Crazy.
Definitely. So are you, how often do you say you're doing the photography thing? Is that most of the time that you're spending, or are you doing more entrepreneur type stuff?
Actually, the photography is for the entrepreneur stuff.
Gotcha.
So I'm working on a clothing brand, and I actually picked up the photography mostly to be able to do all my own stuff.
Yeah.
So like I like to be able to know how to do everything.
Yeah.
Like product photography and
kind of, yeah, like
for your shirts.
For my clothing brand, yeah, my shirts that I'll be printing. But yeah, like say I want to get a guy to pose with my t-shirt, like I don't want to hire a photographer. I'm going to do it myself.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Saving a little bit of money at that.
I'll save all the money because I'll be doing it myself.
Exactly. Plus, then you have complete creative control over doing stuff like that. You know, you have the last say, which I mean, either way, you have the last say if it's your business and you know what I mean? But in general, you can do it the way that you want to do it.
Exactly. Sure. And everybody has their own like perspective or how they imagine it in their head. So you definitely want to take an advantage of that and not have to explain it to somebody else.
Right. Yeah. Now, are you kind of like promoting yourself as a photographer? Like, are you going out trying to find gigs doing photography or not really?
No, but people come to me all the time. I usually turn them down.
Just by posting your work?
Yeah, I post my work all the time. Yeah. And people will praise it and then ask me to do weddings. And I'll be like, nah, but I know people who do weddings.
Nice.
Yeah.
Caleb Tinwaldy.
Right, Jonah Coleman.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, it's amazing though that how fast like word will spread when you're just posting on social media. You know, I think a lot of people don't realize that social media is probably one of the biggest aspects to you starting your small business. I mean, just getting yourself out there for people to see is such a, like, it's a key element in growing.
Right.
You know, and
I agree.
If you're just posting photos that you do on a weekly basis or something, people are seeing that. You know, they're seeing your creative side and being like, well, hey, maybe, you know, if they need photography done, they're going to think, well, hey, I seen all Gabe's work. He's been posting on it constantly. Let's ask him.
I actually used to do like a daily black and white that I would post, and I remember that. I would used to get DMs all the time, like, oh my gosh, I love your photos, and I wasn't even good at the time.
We need to drop the photo of Gabe that you did yourself. We need to post that up real quick. Those photos
I actually
we want the behind the scenes photo too.
Yeah.
In my bedroom.
Yeah. Because by looking at the image, you would not be able to tell that it was in your bedroom and how you set it up.
You definitely
or that you
improvise.
took them yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, that's some hard to do.
Chicken buck.
Yeah, chicken buck.
Yeah, just sitting there, have the timer right or the remote camera on your phone. It's definitely tedious. Yeah. And the lights were actually off in the room too. I had that controlled by
all by the flash.
All by the flash.
It's amazing. How'd you get the focus? Did you set focus first?
I set focus first, then turned the lights off, and then took the picture.
So there was some thought process going into this.
Well, actually, I was like, I just got a haircut. I'm going to take a picture of myself.
That's how it all starts.
And
yeah,
it's
a good haircut.
Well, I was telling somebody, I was like, I'm going to take these pictures for my photography page because I don't have a picture of myself.
Yeah.
And that's what it came out. I was like, these are pretty good. I'll keep that.
They're really good.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and it kind of goes back to what I was saying in the last episode about how you got to fake it until you make it.
Yep.
You know, you just posting photos and making it seem like you're a professional photographer has landed you the gigs that you've already gotten.
I feel like he doesn't even try faking it though.
No.
He just like posts them. You
know
don't
what?
try to act like a professional at all, which is blowing my mind.
No.
You got to be personable. You got to like be yourself. If you act like a professional, it's kind of intimidating actually.
Yeah, somewhat, yes.
I think in my perspective.
As long as you're not like acting like a know-it-all.
I think it's having the mind, skills. You know, the right mindset going into it. Being confident like a professional. You know, professionals they're seasoned people. They've been doing it for years. So I guess not faking it like you're being a or whatever, but you know, faking it as far as having the confidence to do it, going into whatever you're doing and being like, man, let's nail this right here, right now. Let's get it done.
Right.
I agree.
So what other, you said earlier that you're a serial entrepreneur.
Yeah.
What other things you got going
on? I actually used to do Amazon FBA, if anybody knows what that is.
Yeah, boy.
Pretty much.
Am I the only one that doesn't know that?
You're out of the loop, bro.
I wanted to do wholesale, but I didn't have the cash at the time. So I did Amazon FBA, which is fulfilled by Amazon.
Okay.
So you send them a product to Amazon warehouse.
What kind of product?
Any product.
Any product. Whatever you're selling.
Whatever you're trying to sell. So your microphone, you'd send your microphone to them, and then someone purchases it?
And then Amazon sends it to the customer. You don't have to deal with anything as far as shipping.
The only thing you have to do is go shop and send it to Amazon.
Yeah. It's really cool. It's
hey, Amazon, you guys should hook it up with something because we're throwing you out there.
Still waiting on endorsement?
Right. So I did used books on Amazon FBA. I'd go to
a really good idea.
I'd go to like Goodwill and buy books for 50 cents. And
you
then
are blowing my mind.
That right there is how you get rich. Straight up. That is that's the creativity that we're talking about.
Thinking outside of the box.
Exactly.
So yeah, I would buy books for 50 cents and then ship them to Amazon and sell them for $20 a piece.
That's amazing.
Wow.
I sold probably over 500 books, but that was a struggle. That took a lot of time. I ran out of books. When you spend 5 hours in Goodwill and you get all those stares and you're sitting there scanning every single book, you'd find books for $100 a piece.
Are you researching these books as you're looking them up?
You have a phone scanner, okay, attached to your phone, and you literally scan the barcode on the book, and it would tell you how much they sell for on Amazon.
Wow. Yeah.
And then it would actually like tell you the profit margins after like your fees and stuff with.
You ever find like a book that was just straight gold? Like
a $100 book at Goodwill for 50 cents.
That's crazy, dude. Who's throwing away $100? You ought to be punched.
Even better, you put up ads on like Facebook Marketplace saying, "I'll take all books. I don't care. I'll just take them all." And then you go through them at your house and scan them all.
Right.
And I'll get like textbooks and stuff like that. Textbooks go for $200.
Yeah.
And
school
Just
books.
wait until you get like a college book.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
College books.
Yeah.
I had a whole
like middle school books.
No, I had a whole stack of like nursing school books that I sold on Amazon. Yep.
That's amazing.
But
I am blown.
You get a lot of people that don't bite anymore. They just like, "Oh, you're spam." No.
Yeah, definitely. But that's the exact creativity that we talk about on this podcast. Yeah. I mean, you're looking outside of the box and you're seeing, hey, this is a way that I can make a quick hustle, or this is something that I could be passionate about, can be passionate about. And you just dive into it. You know, you completely submerge yourself into it and just do it. See what happens. And, you know, it don't matter if you actually, if it works out. You know, it's the process of doing it and gaining experience and being like, all right, well, you know what?
You either like it or you don't.
You don't like it, you know, that's cool. If you don't, at least now you have experience with dealing with Amazon stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
I have no clue what you're talking about, and it's blowing my mind. Like, now I want to try to get into this.
The reason I call myself a serial entrepreneur is because I want to dip my toes into so many different things to find the thing that I actually love, which I like a lot of different things. I like selling stuff, period.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And, you know, it's funny because a lot of people, you know, even people that might be sitting at home listening to this, you know, they're not doing anything. You know, that's the downside to a lot of people that I used to hang out with is they're just not doing anything. You know,
they're just working the 9 to 5.
They're just working the 9 to 5, and they want to complain about being stuck or waking up on Mondays and, well, this is terrible, this and that. Well, then do something. Do something to pull yourself out of that.
Pick up a hobby that is profitable or something that you just love, and you could turn
it into a business.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we did.
Yeah.
That's what me and Melissa did.
That's funny that you say that. For me, for the videography, you know, I didn't film my first wedding specifically because I was like, oh, I want to film this and I want to get good at it. You know, I seen it as an opportunity to possibly make some money, you know, and that's just being honest. You know, the falling in love with whatever you're doing comes afterwards, but you initially just have to try something. Go out and try it and see what happens, and who knows, maybe you're going to fall in love with it and maybe you're going to be really good at it.
So how did you start all of this entrepreneur stuff?
Well, I caught glimpse of a video from Gary Vee on
Gary Vee
on Facebook.
My man.
So I watched a Gary Vee video.
Endorsement.
Yeah, I watched a Gary Vee video on Facebook, and I watched one, and I was like, man, this guy is very crazy and vulgar, but I like it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
He's very aggressive about business.
Oh yeah, and I was like,
and inspiring.
All right, exactly. So and then I watched another one. And another one.
And another one.
Yep. I watched probably 3 hours straight of Gary Vee. And I was like,
feel like I'm going to
start doing something. I'm going to start doing something.
Yep.
And then Gary Vee started doing the podcasts. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And he brought in this guy named Reezy Resells.
Okay.
You ever heard of Reezy Resells?
Nope.
No, I have not.
Okay, well, he's the guy that does the FBA stuff that I learned from on YouTube.
Okay.
And I learned everything off YouTube. YouTube University, for sure.
YouTube University. I believe 100% in that place.
100%.
And I tell people to this day, why are you going to college for arts? Because that is the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
You don't need to go to college.
You truly don't. You know, and that's not to say anything bad about those that do go to college. You know, you will pick up some stuff, but in general, college, the system is so ferocious.
It's corrupt.
It's corrupt. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, some people need to go to college. Like if you're going to be a doctor
or
lawyer, definitely.
Definitely. Anything very, very in depth.
And, and us three, we are living proof that you can learn your passion off of a platform like YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube, Udemy. There's a lot of different things out there, and they're cheap. They're way cheap.
Exactly.
They're super cheap.
Exactly. You just have to spend the time and be dedicated to watch it. I think that's the biggest thing is
definitely
if you're paying for college, that means you have to go to classes. They have requirements. Whereas if you're just
they could
at
kick
home,
you out.
Yeah, if you're just at home,
time.
You're just sitting there eating a bag of Funyuns, watching YouTube videos. You have that mind aspect. Well, oh hey, I don't have to finish this video. I can go play video games or do whatever I want.
It's honestly a test of commitment. If you really want something, you're gonna do it.
That is so true.
And so when you're not going to college, you're definitely getting tested.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny. I love how it's like, dude, I've been watching YouTube for so long now as far as like just learning stuff. And it's amazing how much new stuff I still learn on a weekly basis.
And it could be small tricks, just little things.
Small tricks. Exactly. It just blows my mind every single time I'm on there. I'm like, oh, wow. I gotta click this, and I just click and feed.
Sometimes that thumbnaut gets you. You get a little off track.
Thumbnail is like key.
Right. So back to you, Gabe. What route are you trying to go with? Are you trying to pursue more of like photography, or are you trying to do? I know you said you do the photography for your upcoming businesses, but do you have passion to do photography full time? Is that
photography? Probably not, but I do enjoy it.
Definitely. It's a nice outlet.
So you'd rather just do it for your own artwork that you, rather than someone else.
Mostly pro bono work. If I charge somebody, it's like $20 there, $20 here, like nothing crazy because
your inbox is gonna
I know. Up now. $60, please. Still nothing ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, that is absolutely crazy compared to when I did those senior photos a little while back. The lady that booked with me, she was saying how the other people that she had gone to, the quotes that she had got, they were trying to get like over $1,000 for
that is insane.
Just senior photos.
That's crazy.
That's what I said. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, if we could do that, that would be crazy. That would be awesome. But
See,
I don't.
In our area, that's not doable.
No, just for senior. Senior.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like that, I feel like that's way overpriced.
Right. Completely overpriced.
Yeah.
So I think the video or the photography is mainly for the t-shirt business upcoming. I have a lot of ideas on that. You guys familiar with Banksy?
I've heard the name.
Famous English, what do you want to call him? Like graffiti artist?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
You guys familiar?
Yeah. Yep.
I actually want to do my t-shirts in his style. My take on his style. Okay. I'm doing a lot of research on that right now.
So you're inspired by this guy.
Right. Oh yeah, Banksy. Look him up.
Do you plan on doing your own art, or are you gonna
all my own art, or I'll be commissioning people to do it.
So does that mean you also draw and you do stuff?
I don't draw at all. Okay. I actually am teaching myself. I'm teaching myself. What is the program? Illustrator.
Okay, gotcha. Heck yeah.
And that is a pain too.
Oh, dude.
Everything's a pain.
I had a lot of fun with it when I was teaching myself how to do it. Did I send you photos of what I did?
I've seen some of your photos.
Yeah. I love that.
Your cartooning.
Yeah, I love that.
There's so many videos on YouTube how to cartoon people.
I know, and it's, dude, those grasp my attention, but it's just watching people do it. That's how I learned, is just watching people do it. I didn't watch a tutorial. I just watched people do it, and then what they were clicking on and all that.
That's it?
Yeah, that's
wow.
it. That's it. Then I just ran with it.
Everyone's self-learned here.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah. 100%.
Which that's the amazing part about
Screw college.
Yeah. Yeah. It's amazing how you can be passionate about something, and nowadays in 2019, you don't have to pay out the ass in order to pursue what you
No, not at all.
You just have to have a willingness to go and do it.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it too.
So anything else you want to plug, or
plug in something?
Any other entrepreneur stuff that you've done?
Entrepreneur stuff I've done.
You've seen, actually, going back, you did some photos for the one downtown shop doing some shoe stuff.
Shoe place. Yeah, I was trying to do some commercial stuff for him. I actually want to do some social media marketing for him.
Okay.
I kind of like dig the social media stuff, so I do a lot of study on the social media like
and
marketing.
I think that's a huge thing that is needed in small towns like ours. You know, in this rural area of Northwest Ohio, is we have all these local small businesses,
and they have no clue what they're doing.
No clue what they're doing.
And this guy's 50 years old. He doesn't look 50, by the way.
Yeah.
And he posts the same thing on Instagram every single day, and I'm just like, oh no, I'm trying to teach you, but it ain't clicking.
Exactly, and that's where people need to realize that social media is such a big outlet and such a big plug for your businesses, you know, and it's a huge market for people like us who want to be creative. And even if you have to do some gigs for free, you know, you can still gain that experience by going and maybe even building connections, you know, I mean, just by going out and trying to do something.
Yeah, I'm a big believer in social media marketing. There's a lot to it. I think it's key for every business in the 2020 era.
Just marketing in general, but social media is something that everyone has nowadays. So,
well, if you think about it, the TV is now the radio, and your phone is now the TV.
Right.
For real, that makes a lot of sense.
Who listens to the radio?
I want to say
nobody.
The hipster in me wants to say like, yeah, man.
No, you don't listen.
I turned on AM the other day, but no, I don't.
But in all seriously, the radio is irrelevant. TV is almost irrelevant. Like you're looking at streaming platforms, which is really the internet.
I don't watch any. We don't have cable.
Yeah,
I don't have cable either.
No. I stream everything off my computer or Netflix or Hulu or YouTube.
Exactly. Streaming platforms are the number one route that's started to upset the industry.
The future.
It's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But yeah, going back to you, Gabe. So, what do you got plans for the future? What's your end goal? Where are you going with all this?
So, in this last quarter of this year, I think I would like to establish my brand, make it visible to everybody, trademark my name, which I can't reveal yet. And start printing my own T-shirts. The key with my T-shirts are they're all going to be limited print.
Hey,
hell yeah! Like
so
Supreme.
Is it really?
Supreme does that. It's
really?
All limited stuff. That's how they can
charge
so much. I can't talk.
Right. Yeah. So everything's gonna be limited print. Probably first print will be 100. Second print 150 until probably 1,000. That's it. So I won't go anything higher than 1,000.
Late 2019, we can start to see some.
We could start seeing some stuff from
Maybe you can make some Creative Mind T-shirts.
Oh, that's already in the works. That's gonna happen.
Definitely. I'm excited to see what you come up with.
All right.
Yep. So, do you have anything you want to plug? Business-wise, Instagram-wise, social media, anything?
What's your social media so everybody can find you?
You can plug just Creative Mind Podcast.
Creative Mind Podcast. Gabriel JM Photo, I think, is my Instagram if you want to find it. But I haven't posted on there for a while, so I'll have to update that.
Right. Okay.
Cool.
So that about wraps it up. I turned off the timer so it didn't interrupt us this time.
Nice.
So,
quick thinking.
Yep. So that about wraps it up. If you guys want to go ahead and drop a like on this, comment.
Comment, and subscribe, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Give us some feedback.
Some feedback.
Definitely.
For sure.
And thank you for the support, everyone. This has been a creative process ourselves, coming up with all this this content. We've been busting ass on it, and we've been doing pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
If you're watching on Facebook, please share it. We want to hit 1,000 likes. 1,000 subscribers. Please go to YouTube and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, we would really appreciate that. All right, so stay tuned for what we got coming up, and that about wraps it up.
Cool. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Card full. Oh my god. Card full.